Yeah.
I had one dude. I was just like, guys, pineapple should be freed from pizza. It's been there for too long. And I'll have one person be like, not really.
Why?
And they just type it. And I was just like, dude, just fucking...
Pineapple is fine on pizza.
Yeah, I know. It's just a thing to try and get people to talk. And just
It's
just don't
fine
say
on pizza.
Okay.
You
Don't
just
get
don't know
pouty.
your parents.
Don't get pouty.
It needs to stop. It needs to stop this behavior.
You were adopted.
Welcome back to the Phish Tank Podcast. And I forgot to do this first. I need to set up a timer because we lose track of time because of how good we are at speaking to the camera and having this podcast to begin with.
It's true. And
We are
just
very
love being with each
professional at
other.
this point. Welcome back to the Phish Tank Podcast. It is just us three today. This was kind of a last-minute episode as I did not schedule my time well. I'm going to New York for the next 3 weeks. And since we have this whole setup here, there's no way that I would be able to set it up and record back on the East Coast.
It's true. He
But-
can barely even talk normally on his PC when he's over there. It's laptop do you usually bring?
But now I'm trying to build a PC or have a pre-built PC because I don't know how to build one. Pre-built one sent to my home. And it's going to be great.
Have you decided what company you're going with?
Nope, not yet.
No?
Not yet. As of right now, not yet. Could be anything. Could be anything.
And
For
believe it
all
or
I
not,
know.
that's not even a segue into a sponsor, but it would be fucking
It would be
sick
awesome.
if it was.
Ridge wallets.
Ridge Walls will be giving me my PC.
It has an RFID filter or whatever, so that way they can't steal your internal components and whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know what Ridge wallets do. Are those the ones that you just click and like 15 cards shoot out of them?
No. It's like a little thing.
You don't click it. You just somehow slide a bunch of cards
Dude,
into it.
I almost didn't make it today.
I know.
My fucking car broke down.
Yeah, what was up with it? You
Dude,
got your
I've
catalytic
never
converters?
felt more of a... Yeah, my catalytic converter got stolen. No,
Mid-drive.
no, it wasn't mid-drive. It was like, it wouldn't start. So my car wouldn't start. And so my car would go in and it would go beep, beep, beep. And then as soon as I started, it would just shut off. And then I've never felt like more of a badass. I was like, let me check under the hood. So I open up the hood and I just kind of hit the battery. And I go in and hit.
There's no way. All you did was hit the battery.
I
There's
swear
no
to God, I
way.
just hit the battery and it turned off.
What would even compel you to do that? That is so funny. That is so funny, but I'm not even remotely shocked by that.
I just have the magic touch.
No, you would not believe how common it is to just hit parts of cars to get them working. I used to have a piece of shit car. It was a Pontiac Grand Am. It was my first car ever. And I remember having this issue where it felt like it would like start like slowing down like mid-drive or whatever. We took it to a mechanic, and the mechanic's like, all right, so the part is at the very bottom of your car. It's right here. It's this thing right here. What's happening is techno jargon that I didn't understand. But basically, it costs like a lot of money to replace it, or you can take this mallet and you just fucking hit it 3 times. And I was like, there's no shot in hell. And he's just like, swear to God, that'll do it. And I'm just like, well, this car is barely worth the money that it would take to replace that part. So I'm just like, all right. And I got the rubber mallet. And every time my car would not start or whatever, I would have to go underneath it. And it was like a 1/4 inch off the ground. Like, it was super low. I could barely fit my arm under there. And you just hear, whoom, whoom, whoom. And then the car would just turn on.
I love that.
It's
Holy
it's
crap.
not even it's not even that shocking.
I just
to
hit
me.
the battery and it worked.
You just slapped it?
Yeah, just kind of.
I had a not a successful story when our friend Jagger, he was staying with me it was about a year ago, I say, because I was living in the old LA home. He stayed with me for about a week, and he literally just needed what do you call it when
A jump?
Jump, sorry, yeah, with the battery and everything. And I've done that before because I've helped my mom out with that with her car before. But this time it just didn't work, and I was so mad at myself because I'm like, God damn it! This is a current memory that I have where I'm like, what's the word? I am in the moment. What do you call
Deja
it?
vu?
No. When
Recalling
you're
it?
what?
Remembering? Recalling?
It's like where you're aware of that you're alive. What's that called?
Existential?
No.
Aware that you're alive.
Fuck. What's the word?
Cognizant? Conscious?
It might be cognizant. Either way,
Okay.
it sucked because I had a memory of jump starting a car before with the
Sure.
help of my mom. But this time I was like 100% there. And I was like, okay, take this information, apply it to real life. And I did it. And it wasn't working. I even pulled up my car. Like, that's when I really felt cool. Was I did it with 2 cars that I was like kind of getting help from before. We had like a stranger come in, pull their car in. But this time it was like 100% me. And it was my car. I pull it up to the front. Like I drove it up there and everything. And we plugged in the sparks and all that. And then
Were your cars off?
what?
Were both of the cars off?
How do you do it?
You put
Now
both
it's
of
been
the
a while.
cars
Well, I
off.
certainly hope they were off. Because it's
And
positive
yeah,
to positive,
okay.
it's positive to
It's-
positive, negative to negative, then ground to nipple.
Yeah. So they're off. And then you rev up the car. Yeah.
Well,
So
actually, I think only the positives need to match, and then one negative, and then you can
you're
run.
sentient. You're sentient. That's
Okay.
what I remember. This
okay.
memory goes back to back then. But yes, I was sentient in the moment, and I was just like, okay, I know what I got to do. So yeah, I rolled up my hood and everything. Felt like a badass doing that. Just first of all, I'm like, what do we got to do? And then
Nothing more manly
nothing
than-
worked.
Nothing worked.
We even
Mechanical
and
work.
then
Was there
I-
just a problem with his car?
it was. That's what made me feel
Yeah.
good. That's what. But in the moment, I was so defeated. I was like, oh my god, I'm not a man's
not
man.
cool.
Dude,
This is
I've
horrible.
It's not quite the I slapped the
battery.
battery and it started.
I've never.
to work.
I didn't try that in my defense. I should have in the moment. Yeah, I should have thought of that.
To be fair, what even compelled you to slap the
Because I
battery
knew
in the
it was a
beginning?
battery problem because the car door light wouldn't go on.
Nah, Louis gets
okay.
frustrated. He just slammed his fist down.
Oh, I do. I get
Like
frustrated.
pretend it was him at
This
the
was
computer
Jump King
desk.
IRL.
No, what I thought was going to happen was you walked over, you said, let me pop the hood. You popped the hood and be like, I don't know a damn thing in here.
I was like, I was walking to the hood and I was like, I don't know anything about cars. Why
Slap
the
the
fuck
battery.
why am I opening this hood?
Dude, could you just imagine someone looking on just
You know
seeing
how little I
walk
know
out
about
and
cars?
you
I couldn't
slap
even
it?
find the little bar to keep my hood open.
It'll take me.
I was just holding it.
What? You never found it to be? Oh my god! No. It would take me like. I'll admit it would take me a few minutes to find it, but yeah. Damn.
I can jump a car. I don't know if I can do it, but I have done it before. I've jumped a car. I know the
I know how to
idea.
jump a car.
Yeah, I know the idea behind it. I know how to
Just
change
a group
the oil.
of me
It's
and my
just-
friends seeing a car walk down and just jump it.
smash the window.
Like Phish when he was 14.
Don't bring that up, man. This was traumatizing. From that moment, though, I think that was one of my woke moments of why, I walk around like how I do today in LA. And like even something as simple as walking around with, constantly checking my pockets, constantly looking over my shoulder. I learned a rule that it's just like if you're in a dark alleyway, always look at your shadow to see if there's another shadow that's like getting near yours.
But what if the shadow is going that way?
Then you're screwed. Then you just got to turn around on your own. But that's an easy way to tell is if you
Just
can
be
see your
aware.
shadow in front of it. Yeah, you're looking ahead at all times. Confidence. That was fireworks. They've been sending them off all week. I don't know if you guys heard that, but yeah, they're fireworks. But
It's
yeah,
my car.
exploding into smithereens.
Someone tried to steal your catalytic converter. The battery exploded.
This is real though. As many jokes I've heard about people stealing catalytic converters, my mom had this happen to her in the past year. Like in
Yeah, dude,
our
really?
It's a
neighborhood.
lot,
It sucks. Yeah.
What exactly about the catalytic converter makes it so
It's
wonderful to
'cause-
trade for meth?
Because it's worth money and it's easy to get off the car.
Yeah.
But why is it worth money?
I don't know.
It can't
I
be
think
that
if there's
hard.
like copper in it or something like that, like there's some sort of precious metal.
Just keep stealing copper. God damn it.
Can we
Always ripping copper wire out of shit. Unbelievable.
talk about our current dating life?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I don't know if this is how personal this is, but you just started making
I did. I made a
dating
Hinge and a
accounts.
Tinder. I'm gonna make a Bumble.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna do all of it.
So, what is your approach that you think that you're going to take with each individual app? Are you going to throw one away as like an alt account that you just fucking shit
No,
post on?
I'm gonna do all of them pretty much the same. I'm just gonna like put funny shit that's not like too cringy, and just come off as a likable dude that you might want to spend time with. Because I think
So
that's what I
lame.
am.
Now, when it comes to
Did you say
photos,
lame?
That's so lame.
Why?
Make it cool.
Ooh,
Wear sunglasses.
I wear there's sunglasses. There's
sunglasses
Yeah,
don't
all
make
of them.
people cool.
Yeah, okay,
there's
whatever.
Sleeveless leather vests do.
And I'm just saying, you put sunglasses on that, boom. I'm telling you, anyone that looks at a dating profile and sees a guy in sleeveless leather, assless chaps, and sunglasses, that's a profile they're gonna remember for the
And the
rest
caption,
of
the
their
bio
life.
is just yeah.
I still think the best profile ever was like one that I saw on like Reddit, I think a long time ago, where it's just like a dude dressed up as Jesus, and he's just him pouring water into a wine glass, and then it was just red.
Just edit it.
Yeah,
I think
I
this
thought that was
isn't-
pretty great.
So this isn't one that I found online. This is actually one that I tried matching with because I was just all for the thrill of it.
Yeah.
But there's this girl that was just like, the cops are after me right now, and I'm trying to find someone just to settle down with so that we can turn the other way. And you would look the other way whenever the cops show up, just so we don't look suspicious at all. We look like a happy family. I have 2 daughters and 1 son. All you need to do is fill the table. We don't even have to order any food. Just show up and be present in the moment. And I try, and it was funny because all my I think this was right
You
when we
super like
graduated
it?
college. What?
You super like
No,
it?
I ran out of super likes at that point. It was me and some college friends that were at like a diner, and we somehow all like swiped on her or found her on the swiping thing. So we all swiped right, and none of us got it,
Damn,
which
she's
was unfortunate
picky.
because apparently we weren't suited.
Maybe
to
she
be.
found someone to just fill the space.
Yeah,
So
maybe.
you're in between the moments. If he'd staggered it over the week, one of you would have ended up being there.
I hope so.
I hope she's okay.
I don't know. I remember like reading the thing, and it did not seem like she was messing around. Like it seemed very real based on how she was describing. Like this was over.
Imagine you're being chased by people.
This was
and
over-
you have to resort to Tinder.
This was over 2 years ago, but I just remember reading it, and I'm like, holy this is so specific that it has to be real.
It could just be really funny. She could just be a really funny person.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's really funny people tend to have a lot of luck in relationships. I think. Not me, obviously. That's how I know I'm not that funny.
If you can make her giggle, then you can make that ass jiggle.
Damn.
That's what I've heard, but I feel like it's not like
Oh, whatever. You have the most luck out of probably everyone here.
luck.
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
I think that you find a lot of people find you very attractive, especially with the new white hair. And you've been going to the gym. Tell me you haven't been pulling at least a little under the radar. You don't have to tell us about all the stories or whatever, but like
I can be honest with you. Like, I mean,
every once in a while, right?
ever since I started going to the gym, there's not like a significant increase of, as Jen said on one of our older episodes, inquiries, like in person.
Inquiries.
Yeah.
I think I've been having the most luck lately, and you maybe a little bit.
But I wouldn't call it luck, bro, because you've always had it. You just didn't put
Have
yourself
it.
out there. What?
I mean, I didn't love myself, so it was hard to like do anything.
It does say luck.
But I have been having a lot of luck lately, which is cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Been a lot more confident recently. He went rock climbing, and he told me that he was going to start rock climbing using only his legs. 'cause he
Yeah,
felt they
only
were
my
Oh,
getting
legs,
neglected.
no feet. Or sorry, no hands.
You got to stop lying, man. This is not good.
It's just a
I've
ridiculous.
noticed it.
Who
I've
would
noticed
believe
it in
that?
the past few months.
Who would believe that? Though?
You gotta-
Climb all
You
the
can
way.
move those out of the way
Okay.
in case
That's
those are
fine.
getting
That's
in
fine.
your way. Start background
Like
plans.
the only lies I tell are the ones that are obviously not true. Like there's no harm in telling
There's
lies.
no
that make,
there's no technique to climb with only your
Yeah,
legs.
there's no one.
There's
that's
no-
just-
there's
you
no-
can't just walk
There's
up
no
the wall.
possible way.
All right. Well, to go back into on task of.
I
Dating
can read out my,
lives?
That's
my
my
dating
profile.
profile.
Yeah, what's your
so,
profile?
So
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Hinge, they ask you to, if you want to, you can do a little like voice memo thing.
Okay.
And they asked me to make a quick rant about something, so I did this.
Look, I understand that Pringles taste good. I am not saying that Pringles don't taste good. What I'm saying is that the container is stupid and idiotic. How are you supposed to get down to the bottom of the Pringles if it doesn't even fit a toddler's hand? What's going on there? Okay, thank you.
So there's that.
Very polite.
Then it asked me my simple pleasures, and I put cuddling up, watching Degrassi: The Next Generation, starring Drake, Aubrey Graham.
I'm gonna be real with you though. I don't think Pringles are all that great.
They're just a chip.
They're like the most C tier chip.
You like to call things overrated.
No, I just don't think Pringles are very good. Like the texture of them just doesn't feel good. And like if I want a dipping chip, you get like a Tostitos chip. Very nice and crisp.
Yeah, you don't Pringles dip. You don't dip
Pringles are like they just kind
Pringles
of
have all the taste in the grab.
but they're like not as flavorful as like I don't know a Cheeto. If I want like a cheese Pringle or whatever, like even a normal like Pringle chip, I'd rather just have like a normal.
I mean, I
Lay's.
agree with you. I don't think it's the premium chip, but I don't think people dislike it because of the flavor. What I'm saying is that like
I hate them for the container. I get you.
yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Which is obvious, but like it's iconic, just like the Monopoly
It
guy.
fucking sucks.
Or not Monopoly guy.
It's
the
like tradition.
mustache guy.
Like, what if your family's tradition was to chop off your penis at 40? And it's like, oh, well, I guess we have to do this because it's tradition.
What the fuck?
I'm just saying.
That is the worst
Change the
comparison
Pringles.
I've
Change
ever heard
the
of in my
Pringles
entire
container.
life.
Change the Pringles so we have to stop cutting off
off
dicks
our
at
penis.
40.
Yes.
That makes-
Please.
That is the worst.
It's getting so old.
comparison ever.
That was
Even
super
remotely
extreme.
accurate. It's not even comparable. It's just so insane.
I'm just saying tradition is stupid. That's what I'm trying to say.
Such a
For the
bad
most part.
comparison.
Do you guys have any family traditions that are like so?
I have family superstitions.
That's what I have a lot of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid
Not a lot of.
coins in every single corner of this goddamn house, man.
I've heard a lot of Hispanic ones. What about some Italian ones?
Superstitions.
Yeah.
Like random things you grew up thinking were true, and then you come to find out that's like, oh, this is just my family being stupid.
Putting background, in case you guys don't know this, yeah, Lewi is mostly Cuban. I'm Ecuadorian.
And I'm Italian.
Christian is Italian. Yes.
I don't really know too many like superstitions other than like.
Not breaking the pasta in half.
Well, that's not even a superstition. That's just you don't do that. That's just what that is.
Is it bad that I've like had the
Yes,
question
if
like
you have.
why?
But why?
do
Does
you
it make
not?
it taste different?
Yeah,
No, it's just why would you ruin the noodles that way?
you're not
You have
ruining
double
it,
the
though.
noodles now to feed more people.
They're all the same noodle.
Yeah,
But
you
you're
can-
still. It's like you have to do more twirling or more
That's
of like
the entire fun part of it.
I don't know if it's
It's
fun.
twirling it. You get the spoon and the fork and you just twirl
It's
it.
just
you've-
tradition. and
You've
it's
always
stupid.
you've always said that you don't like cooking because of how long it takes.
Yeah, I don't. I hate that.
You know what takes time? Twirling the pasta because
Yeah,
of
but
how
that's
long
not
it
cooking.
is.
That's just.
It also
it's
takes
also more
longer to
satisfying.
cook the pasta if it's full.
Listen, I'm
Because
just
you have to
saying
let it
it's-
fold into the water.
Have you ever sucked an entire?
and then
like,
you have half a pasta that's al dente, and then half a pasta that's undercooked.
only if you cook it poorly.
Yep.
Only if you cook it poorly. My grandma's never made bad pasta.
Well, you have to get a big pot, probably.
Whatever. She's never made a bad.
Oh, is that the
pasta
fix? You just need a big pot.
Yeah,
Probably.
I've used pretty big pots before.
Can we
Listen,
agree
either
that
way-
you can cut your pasta in half if you have a small pot and you can't fit it all?
No. Just do it properly.
You
Do
see
it
that
properly.
shit burning on the side. The part that doesn't ever make it into the water that you're like
Maybe the
you're
way
it's
you do it, I
embarrassingly
don't know.
pushing it into the water and you're seeing like black specks on your pasta because of how much it's touching the side of the pot because it
Listen,
can't fit into the
listen,
water.
I am not the foremost expert in cooking. In fact, I recently did a cooking stream where I had several people message me afterwards and say, "Never step foot in a kitchen again. What you did."
Oh, I
was
want to try one of the dumplings. Can you get me
What did
one?
you-
We could try it on the podcast.
Yeah, I made dumplings, and first off, I posted on Twitter a picture of my finger on top of the knife because I figured, like, it's like one of those big knives, and I was chopping up garlic and
Oh, you don't
green
do that.
onion. Yeah, I put my finger
Yeah,
on the
you're
top of the
supposed to-
knife to just
It's your
keep
thumb.
control
You're supposed to
of it.
lead the knife with your thumb.
Yeah, it's
keep
just
it on
way
the
easier
side.
with my finger, but my finger is like double jointed, so it like kind of bent really like angularly, and people were roasting the fuck out of me about my weird finger. Like, it's just holding it steady. And some dude apparently took like a clip of me doing that into his work because he's like a chef, and he said. Universally, every chef he showed it to said I should be beat because of how bad my knife work technique was. And that's not even the worst of it. I didn't know how to cut garlic. I didn't know that you had to like crush it with the knife or whatever.
Yeah.
You
I
gotta
was,
let the
smush
Allison
it
out. is what it's
down.
called.
dude, I was taking the skin off the garlic. And I'm like, this doesn't feel like
Then
a
you crush
fully
it.
done. I was so confused because I just had a naked garlic. And my friend Camille was there, and she was the chef that actually knew what was going on. She was the one that suggested I do dumplings, and everyone agreed. And she was showing me, like, just overlooking, not showing me how to do things, mind you. She was just making sure I didn't make things inedible, which is the only thing I asked her to do. And she looked at me cracking this garlic, and she kept going forward to like help me, and then she's just like, I can't. And then she's like, I need to leave. I started chopping the green onions, which, by the way, I thought you ate the bulb part at the bottom. And apparently that's not the thing you chop up. It's actually the green weird shit at the top. So you chop that part up, like, really thinly.
Eaten, like, a green onion that big?
I don't really have green onions or whatever.
Reyes made it for us a bunch.
I don't really pay attention to the food that's, like, on it so much as the taste of it.
The
when
amount
it's
that
in me,
you
it's
don't know
delicious.
about the culinary arts is staggering.
I don't cook, man. I
Do
really
you even know
really
what a
hate
mise en place is?
cooking.
I don't know what that is.
I know what a mezzaluna is.
What is that?
It's a giant, like horizontal knife that's like this, and kind of go like this to chop shit up with it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
The
I
mise
love
en
that.
place is when you just prepare your ingredients before you start cooking.
Yeah,
Cooking.
I had no room on
That
like
is
any of our
helpful,
counter.
yeah.
It felt like, and I had just shit just like hovering off the edge of our counter like the
Bro.
entire time, and everyone's just like, "Why is the knife on the edge?" I'm like, to keep it clean, guys.
You know what was funny? Okay, so we have one of those divided sinks. So there's like two separate sinks for whatever reason. Like, 'cause one's for the dirty dishes, one's for the clean dishes. Of the whole countertop that we have, Christian decides to put the bowl of lettuce that he's like scraping all of the cut pieces into the bowl. He puts it in the middle of the divider between the two sinks instead of anywhere else on
It
the
was
counter.
out of the way.
And he did it like 3 times before he realized, oh, the bowl can just be on the counter. So
It
this
was
whole
out of
time,
the way.
and I was watching it the whole time. Whenever he decided to like, what is it? Like take the cutting board and scrape off the pieces into the bowl. Like I was thinking he's gonna knock the bowl over. He's gonna knock it
Never
over.
did I?
Thank goodness he didn't.
Never cut myself. Never knocked a bowl over. Never dropped anything. I'm just gonna put it out there. In the kitchen, I might do everything wrong, but I don't do it sloppily.
That would have been, and I checked back after like half a Valorant match. That would have been 20 minutes of progress just lost if that bowl tipped over and all
Oh,
the
yeah,
lettuce or cabbage, whatever it was.
I got roasted for how long it took me to chop a green onion and get garlic out of garlic.
You just do.
Yeah, I did this. I had the knife like this, and I was just chopping. I kind of had my knuckle like that, and I was just trying to chopping it along like that. And it was just apparently not even remotely thinly cut. Camille told me to go back and redice the garlic like 3 times because the chunks were too big. I'm like, I could just chew through that. I don't need to dice it that
You should have
thin.
just bought minced garlic.
Yeah, but I don't think it would have been as fun.
No,
For everyone
no,
else,
it wouldn't have.
I had a couple people that refused to watch the stream because the last time I did a cooking stream, they were so
That
mad
never
at me.
happens on my cooking stream. Everybody's like, "This is a pleasant cooking stream."
oh, once
I
when
just get violent comments
Because you
man.
do things violently wrong.
But it's not. But it works. It works.
when it comes to small portions of food that I need to deal with, then I start getting hate because my hands are so shaky and I can't control it. Once I'm like aware of
You
like,
should do a
oh,
Pokemon
man.
card opening.
Oh, I would drop them. Yeah, immediately.
And I'll have you know,
Absolutely.
at the end of it, my food not only was edible, was also good. I had 4 people tell me it was tasty.
Did you notice how much? What's the word? Not seasoning. How much sauce Ray used?
For what? Her
Like,
dumpling?
yeah.
No, I didn't notice at all. She
I
drenched
did.
that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, she drenched it.
I think that's just how she
Was
liked
it not
Did you see
good?
her weird
No, it was
soup
good. It was
thing?
good. It was good. It just didn't
Can you
need.
get me one really quick?
I'm not going to go down in the middle of the
Come
podcast.
on, go grab
Get it,
one.
get
We
it,
can
get it,
cover.
get it.
We can cover for you.
Fine. It's like 3
Essentially,
cool.
it was.
That's fine.
I'll eat cold. Is there? I'll
You
also
just
eat
have
one.
half of mine.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, no. It was funny. Ray goes, yeah, it's not very salty. And then I saw her proceed to make like 4 different sauces in one bowl, and then dip each dumpling into it, cover the whole thing, drown it.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Have you? What's the dish that you've been most proud of?
Most recently, I did a chicken teriyaki like meal prep, and I made the teriyaki like from scratch.
Okay, just take a look at this.
He's showing the dim
These are the
sum.
dumplings that I made with the help of Camille.
I can assure you, audio listeners, you are not missing out.
Did you fry them or bake them, or just boil?
Those
But fried them,
were
didn't
These
you?
just don't look right.
they were lightly steamed, or no, they were lightly cooked in oil and then steamed for the most part. They don't look right. They taste fine.
Don't take
sure.
one without me. Wait, there's enough
Okay,
for
okay.
all of us.
Yeah, I know. Give me one.
Yes.
These are delicious. Okay,
Yes.
my dumplings were actually quite good.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers, man.
Okay.
Good dumpling.
It is a bit unfair because you're eating them like straight cold out of the fridge.
It's not. I can see what Ray is saying. I don't think you guys put enough salt, but they're not terrible.
Yep. Again, I would rather undersalt than oversalt, and since I've never cooked before, I think it's probably a safe bet.
Oh, I've oversalted.
Yeah.
I remember.
It's terrible when you oversalt anything.
I've gotten good at like salting by eye.
Yeah, Camille doesn't even measure anything. When I asked her for the recipe, she's like, just go till you feel correct. I'm like, go till I feel
That's
correct.
kind of like how dumplings are, though. It's a very like by sight kind of thing.
Why? Why can't you just do it with measurement?
You just learn.
From nothing?
No,
I
from
just fuck
doing
up
it.
the entire dish by like throwing 1 billion pounds of nonsense into it.
No,
Well, you get your mise en place.
Of course.
I don't know what this is either.
I just told you what it
it's
is.
prepping food before you,
It's you
start
prep
working.
all of your ingredients.
Oh, all right, and then you okay.
And then you start cooking.
Come on, even I knew that.
Sorry.
I was watching a Binging with Babish video, and then he's like, now that we have all of our mise en place, and I was like, that's a good joke.
Oh yeah.
I was sitting in my bed like, yeah, baby, that's some humor.
Yeah, I just think cooking takes way too long, and I don't like food that much, so I'd rather just take as little time as possible in the kitchen and then just have food for a week.
Do you have a favorite food?
Pinwheel steak from this one place near my
Like, is that pinwheel steak where that you wrap it in like a cheese kind of thing?
yeah, it's like
Like
a
a
steak
remoulade?
goes around like a little corkscrew type thing, and then there's like
And then you
stuffing
chop
on the inside.
the side. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
It's really good. There's a one from.
We should go to Fogo de Chao.
What did you just say?
We should go to Fogo de Chao.
I have no idea.
They have shit like that.
Got pinwheel steaks. I'm down.
It's like one of
near,
those places where you have like the card and it's either red or green, and if it's green, they just keep serving you different cuts of meat, and then when you're like, I'm done eating, you put it on red.
I've never been to anything like that. That sounds delicious.
Fogo de-
That's sick.
Yeah, they're like Brazilian steakhouses.
Oh, that's the one. Okay.
But they would charge you for every time.
no, it's like
No,
a one.
you put in one amount and then you just eat until you're full.
I don't think you guys understand how much of an appetite I have whenever
Fogo
I
de
go.
Chao,
Fogo de Chao.
not
There's-
sponsored by the way.
Wait, how do you say it?
Fogo de Chao.
Fogo de Chao.
Fogo
I want
de
to let
chao.
you know though, guys. I don't think people understand how much of an appetite I have whenever we go out and eat.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Like, okay, people were all joking about. Okay, we went out to KBBQ maybe a little over a month ago, a few weeks ago, and there was some guy named Zach. First of all,
Zach
love
is
him.
great.
Yes, and everybody was just like, "Oh yeah, Zach will clear everything," but nobody was giving me credit, and that's when I realized, like, maybe I
you've
should.
never made a big deal about it like Zach does.
I know, but I should start doing it because
I'm pretty
personally,
sure I could out-eat all of
It's
you.
bad. Like I can.
Well,
there's
not but you, obviously.
there's
You're-
no way. There's
Dude.
no way.
Not in
you
my
can out-eat
prime.
In your prime, maybe.
In my prime.
When was okay? When was your quote prime eating?
food prime.
Could you eat a lot? I feel
Yeah.
like even when you were like back then, I feel like I did not.
Because I didn't want to.
Okay, but
Definitely do it.
okay, but
Dude, if that's
do you have
food-
like an example of something that you did that was like extreme?
Dude, I could just eat all day. Like, I could just not stop eating.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you understand, like, when food is put in front of me and I'm not thinking about it, it's consumed in its entirety.
All right.
If I'm not paying attention, also, every time we go to Begolgi Hut or whatever, I am never even close to satiated, and we're always out of food, and I'm always mad about it.
We can just order more.
I'm never fucking full whenever I leave.
Oh
that
yeah,
place.
that's because if you're
because we're
splitting-
just with 9 people or whatever number it is,
Yeah.
and then we order whatever, and then other people are just like, no, I'm full. And then I'm gonna be the weird guy that orders like an entire another entree when people are trying to get ready
Yes.
to leave. I'm not gonna do that to people.
No, I feel that. I've been in the same situation. I'm
Yeah.
too afraid to be
Tell
like,
you what,
yeah.
next
so let's
time we
get another
go,
fucking plate.
you and me, we're gonna sit down right across from each
I
other.
would
and we're
love
gonna
to.
go until we're done.
I would fucking love to because
Because I'm sick
I-
and tired of leaving that motherfucking place not full to the gills. The all you can eat
I'll
sushi
do
place
it.
that I used to do back with my friends, if I ate the sushi that I wanted to eat specifically, because we would all order the same thing, and they have this thing where if you don't finish the plate entirely,
Yeah, you gotta
then
pay.
you have to pay extra. So whenever anyone else couldn't finish their shitty sushi that I hate, I don't want their sushi, I want my sushi. They're like, well, guys, I can't finish the last 3 of these, and the other person can't finish the other 4 of theirs. I'm like, okay, eat your goddamn Godzilla rolls again, and 4 pounds of avocado are in my stomach instead of the sushi that I want to eat. And I just have to sit there and consume all their shit, and then I'm finally full because but it's not the food I want to be full with, That's the thing.
I get it.
I think some of it does have to do with self-image a little bit. Some people legitimately believe that if they have a night where they just do not set a limit on themselves, they think it's going to like affect them in the long run.
It's not really the issue. It's more like I just don't want to eat 4,000 calories all the time. You know what I mean? Because like that's the only thing that stops me from just like gorging myself a lot of the time is just like I know this is enough. Like this is the amount of calories I want to consume. But if I sat down and there's just an unlimited amount of food and there would never be an issue until I was full, I would eat so much food. If I didn't have to prep it or anything or make it, I would eat so much food. That's why I think I really, really want to get into weightlifting, because then if I can get huge and just be nothing but muscle, I can eat 4,000 calories. My muscles will consume it all in power.
Bro, what the part that like gives it away is that I have a very, I mean, I don't know how healthy this is.
It's
but
not. Eating
I
that
tell
much
you,
is never healthy.
I tell you what I tell you my breakfast that I have like every day.
Yeah.
Like Lewi freaked
Is
out
it like
about this.
4 eggs or something?
So what my normal like average breakfast is I'll go work out and then I'll have 4 eggs, 3 to 4 slices of bacon,
Jeez. Well, no, that's not that bad.
protein shake with like a full
Jesus.
scoop in there, 2 slices of cheese, and a banana, and then
good
some
meal.
blueberries.
That's a lot, man. The 4 eggs is what gets me.
4 eggs? Really? It's just 4 eggs.
2 eggs is like a normal meal.
What?
There's
Yeah.
not really that
Since
much
when?
like.
2 eggs is.
Dude, I used to hard boil eggs and I would be so mad because like the second day I'd have no eggs left.
That's a lot.
Like 6 eggs a day. Just the whole
Yeah, I
thing.
know.
Just
Well,
plopping
ever
them back.
since
Those are easier to
like
consume.
Yeah,
the
but, like-
surgery, it's been hard to like look at a normal plate of food and be like, and not be like, oh, that is a lot of food, and it's just like a normal plate.
Yeah, of course, because that's just how
My
it is
breakfast
nowadays.
is literally 1 egg, 1 piece of very low calorie toast because I won't be able to eat it all if it is some hummus on the bread, and then I put the egg on the bread and I.
You know what my meal always is, just because it's so easy for breakfast?
What's
I have
that?
2 pieces of double fiber toast. They're these dense brick-like toast pieces. Just lather in peanut butter, and then I have a protein shake with it. And that's usually just
You
like
should cut
that.
some banana.
That's enough to. I'm not going to do that. That's enough to tide me
It
over.
takes 2 seconds.
I don't want the banana. I'll be
You don't
honest
need to
with
even
You can
cut
use
it.
your stupid knife skill.
I just eat the banana. That's all it's going to end up being. I'm not going to cut
Yeah,
it.
but put it on the.
I'm not going to do
And
that.
it takes
just some honey.
two,
not
even
gonna
then
do
it takes
any of
2
that.
seconds
I'm not going to do
to
anything.
unpeel a banana.
Listen,
Which, by the way,
You don't even have to cut it. Unpeel it and make
Yeah.
it like a banana hot dog.
I don't want to do that.
What
though.
is that
I don't wanna
word?
do that.
Banana hot dog.
Oh, banana hot dog. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What you-
I think you said hot mon da 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 da. I was like, holy shit.
Have I told the podcast about the everything sandwich?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay,
yes,
okay,
yes.
We were ordering in college. We were deciding what to order for food for everybody. It was me and like Brandon and a couple other friends, and I said, "Let's order some za, brah." And then I guess Brandon's brain works strangely, and he wanted to say something cool like that, like a bunch of abbreviations. So he just said "Bizu kale ne." It doesn't mean anything.
Bizu Kali, ne?
Is bizu kale a dish on its own?
Nothing.
Because I would assume that the nay is like
It means nothing. And I
the
was like,
nay. Okay, the closest thing that I
'Cause
can
I-
see that being to is like nespa, like right.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
like French, yeah.
no, but I was like, let's order some za, brah. And he's like, bizu kale ne. And we continued to say that for like 4 years after.
Bizu kale nay.
Hey, you guys want to order some pizza? Bizu Kali, ne? I can't. Have you ever just like stumbled over a word, but you refuse
Yes.
to give up
Yes.
on that word?
So-
and you'll just be stumbling over for like
yes.
a minute.
Not a
and people
minute.
will look at you weird, and you're like, I have to do this for me.
No, so I was in middle school, and you know how you're not supposed to curse in middle school.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, shit, like I wanted to say shit,
Uh-huh.
but then I was like, in my brain as shit was coming out, I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna get in trouble. So I wanted to say darn it, and I go snarn it.
Snarn
This
it.
girl Christina looked here. I was like, what the fuck did you just say?
Snarn it.
You know, I
But what was your?
Mine is just like when you stumble over a word, just like can you hand me that water bottle over there? And he's like, can you gamble the marble just get madder and madder every time it comes out wrong, but your brain is replaying it and your tongue just won't cooperate. Dude, I did that the other day talking to my dad, and I said, hey, when you come over, do you want to go play golf with me and Lewi and whoever else wants to play golf? And what came out was, do you want to golf me, Lewi? Do you want to golf me, Lewi? Do you want to? Do you want to?
I would love to golf you.
I was stuck on that for, I shit you not, 30 seconds, and my dad said, "Are you okay?"
Because those words never came out of your mouth before.
It just never did. I've never said, "Do you want to golf?" I have never wanted to golf once in my life.
I realized today that I'm turning more and more like my dad.
You even have his...
In a good way?
He just gave me his bracelet. But
every dad has this bracelet, by the way. I don't know if anyone knows this, but if your dad is like even remotely
like a big chain bracelet,
into jewelry of any kind, he has this particular
giant
bracelet. My dad has the same thing.
So my dad, he'll stumble on his words in a way that is like, he'll start speaking and then, okay, like, when are we going to the and then he just wants to say theater or something like that. He'll forget the word. And I was like talking to Rachel. I was like, yeah, my mom's going to send me the anxiety medication. I was like, oh, God damn it, I'm turning into my dad.
Mine is just full on pause at this point. Like, there'll just be times where I'm talking, I'm like, hey, you guys want to just play a game or something? And I'll just, that whole pause, my brain just processing the one word that I forget.
I hate it.
It's
annoying. I wish I was good on my feet with words. Sometimes I'm not.
I
feel like this gives me a little bit of confidence because I feel like I haven't had any stops while talking with you guys, so it'll be good.
Well, like this setting or this time in general?
Like the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm not just sitting here like, what did you... When did
Every second counts, that's why. Your brain's put into, like, overdrive.
Yeah.
I feel like there also is a little bit of pressure whenever there's a silence that is just like, you have to be speaking right now. We can't leave a moment of anything. And we're doing that. We should be proud. We're doing that for a whole hour and a half.
So are we dropping Overwatch?
What do you mean?
Are we done?
No, I still like the game.
But when CS2 comes out.
Listen,
Ooh.
I have been trying to play Overwatch on my stream alone. Just to...
It sucks.
You can't do that.
I can't do it anymore.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, and you used to be able to talk to the wall while you were playing Overwatch.
I don't get why you fucking always go live, and then I'll see you live and you're gaming, and then I'll go live and I'll get a group, and I'm like, all right, let's test this out. And it'll be like, can I join? And I'm like, why didn't you invite these people to begin with?
I just honestly, whenever I go live, it's just like at 2 p.m. or 12 to 2 is usually my start time. And normally I just want to go until like I know people are around, and I'm just fine like going alone into. It's easier for me to talk to chat and whatnot if I don't have anyone else like to banter with. It's if I join a group, then I'm not in Twitch talking to chat mode. I'm in banter with my friends mode. And when I go live, I just talk with chat for the most part.
Okay, I guess that's the difference, because I always look at things like, I need funny clip talking to... I mean, yeah, you can have like a clip out of a funny interaction with chat, but I feel like it's more likely that you're going to get a clip for a YouTube video or a TikTok.
No, yeah, 100%.
By having
if it's
people
with,
that you're
if
like
with other people.
vocally speaking back to you back and forth.
If it's with other people, sure. But like, it's just, I don't know. Whenever I play on Twitch or whenever I go on Twitch and stream, it's just like, if I don't have like a full group already there, I don't even think to do it. Like, it doesn't even cross my mind. It's just like, oh, I'm just going to go live. I'm going to play whatever game I'm playing, and then I'll talk with chat, and I'll try and make the most out of whatever randoms I encounter, because I genuinely enjoy messing with randoms. It's just no one in Overwatch fucking talks, dude.
Yeah,
Not a
speaks.
single person talks, and when they do, it's one word and then silence forever.
What I've been doing in Valorant lately, if I'm playing on stream, is that right when the character select comes in, I'll just come in swinging. It's like, what the fuck is up, guys? Are we ready to fucking win this game?
Yes.
And then it'll just get people in the mood to talk.
Yes.
And that's the way I do it. But the people in Valorant actually respond. I could do that in Overwatch. No one would say a word. They'll type it.
Yeah.
I had one dude, I was just like, guys, pineapple should be freed from pizza. It's been there for too long. And I'll have one person be like, not really.
Why?
And they just type it. And I was just like, dude, just fucking
Pineapple
someone.
is fine on pizza.
Yeah, I know. It's just a thing to try and get people to talk. And just they
It's
just don't say
fine on
anything.
pizza.
Okay.
You
Don't
just
get
don't know
pouty.
your parents.
Don't get pouty.
It needs to stop. It needs to stop this behavior.
You were adopted.
It's like
That was the highest rated meme on your Reddit for so long.
Yeah, it was.
It was just a soldier giving the people's elbow to some random lady crawling on the ground. It was like,
Okay, the top image was a gunfire being shot at two people, and the soldier was holding his back up, like taking all the bullets. And then the second one was the soldier going out of his way to take down the civilian. Oh god!
and then it was just
the caption.
the caption, the text over the lady was like, I just don't like pineapple on pizza. And then it's like, you were adopted.
Listen, just remember, if Louis gets too out of line, you always have something in your back pocket against him. That's really what it is. We all do. There's always just one thing you can just take out of your back pocket and just throw at him. You know what yours is? You were funnier when you were fat.
God damn it. I can't wait to have my Greek-esque conservative era.
This was Louis' biggest fear, by the way, after losing weight.
That I was going to be unfunny.
Yeah, he
He
thought
thought,
he was going to be unfunny.
can I
and
can I drop the
Greek-esque.
Twitch name?
Sure.
He was just like, am I gonna turn into Greek god?
I
when
just
Yeah,
did
yeah,
I
you
not
just
just
did
crop
that.
the
Yeah, you
I
just did
said
that.
my Greek-esque
Oh, I
conservative
thought you
era.
meant, I was confused.
Yeah.
I didn't know what
Yeah.
you meant by that.
We were talking about that in Valorant. Me and Sniper is like, when are you gonna start hating women and shit? It'd be so funny if I just start like tweeting like random shit. It's like, I think the wage gap is deserved, or some shit like that.
No,
Say the
but
most messed up shit ever.
Yeah.
It's just like, listen, the reason women can't break out of the glass ceiling is because they're too weak to break it.
but speaking of
It's like, dude, you can't do that.
speaking of all this, like talk about nobody talks in Overwatch and everything, and like getting groups together for whenever you go stream and everything. It's crazy that in the past like 2 years, this community, like not just mine, like our community that you guys were very much involved in. There were so many streamers in that group, like part of the friend group, that just dropped it.
Yeah, it's not for everyone.
Wait,
It's-
streaming?
Yeah.
dude, streaming is not easy.
I stopped streaming because I was definitely focusing on that more than I was focusing on music, and that was like a little bit much for me.
Yeah.
I was also just getting very self-conscious, and I didn't like that feeling, because I'm not the best at talking to chat, like just like conjuring up conversations by myself, which you're very good at.
Every once in a while.
It's
It's honestly been getting harder. I won't lie to you.
Yeah,
I've
when
run
you
out of
do it,
stories,
yeah.
man. I've run out of stories.
I
There's
just
nothing
take my
left.
friends' stories and I make them my stories.
Yep. I have to lie now.
I take stuff that has happened to. It's not like I'm making up stories. I just take things that have happened to my friends or me or random shit like that, and I'll just put me as the center
Sure. It's like the entire goal of streaming is just to be entertaining. And
Yeah.
I figure if you're not hurting anyone, then it's fine too.
You're hurting me.
How am I
whenever
hurting
you-
you? You know 90% of
They're
them
not
are
gonna
not.
steal your stories.
I was captain of the swim team, believe it or not.
That
That's
would be-
crazy.
Although,
I was
honestly-
also
Although honestly, I wasn't first string. I didn't even make
Dude,
second.
my
I only
college-
was a third string.
my
captain,
college
but I
doesn't
was
even
a captain.
exist
No one can
anymore.
take that.
Here we go.
Yours either?
No, I went to Redacted.
This is Lou's favorite thing about me. Because me and my friend Strees, aka Rob, went to the same college. That's how I met him. And for the longest time, we would just, like, after we learned that our college shut down, Rob would just call me just at night. He'd be like, dude, is their degree even worth it? No one can find this college. Was it even real?
Just now on Hinge, because you can pick what you like about somebody.
Oh yeah.
And they said, let's break the ice by, and then she put favorite bucket list item, and I put volunteering as tribute so that my sister doesn't have to participate in the Hunger Games. And I sent them.
So have you guys ever? Because this is something that I've only done once, but I don't even count it because this was back in college. I was just doing whatever. I didn't really like see things. Either way, have you guys ever actually met up with a Tinder / Hinge / any type of dating
Yep.
app date?
One time.
How'd it go?
Terrible.
What'd you guys do?
So
what was
bad.
it? What was it?
We went out to dinner at a restaurant, and the conversation just didn't go like anywhere. And I remember she gave me a hug at the end, and she was just so damp. It was just damp. Like she just was sweaty.
Her personality or her person?
Might as well
no,
be as
like as a
personality,
physical.
but like she was like physically just like slightly damp. I was like, goodbye. And it was terrible. I really hated that a lot.
What do you? No, you saw that as a bad thing. You know what I would have taken that as?
She's damp.
She was nervous. Is how I would have
And
taken that.
really damp.
Yeah, and what do people do when they get nervous? They start to sweat.
Good,
because they wanted it to go
she
well.
Was damp.
Why do you think they got damp? Because they got fucking sweaty. This is from
Yeah, my
were
arms
hot.
were covered.
This is
dog.
from
It
a
was
person. This is from a
gross.
perspiration person right here. Okay, we
Dude,
sweat
it was
easily, no matter what it
gross.
is. If you're in a 1% state of discomfort, then the sweat will start dripping.
it was-
She liked you.
No,
And
no.
she could have-
Either
you
way,
could have
the
gotten past
conversation
that.
Was terrible. The conversation was terrible. She,
She
didn't
was
laugh at-
nervous.
Was she
Dude,
cute?
She didn't laugh at any of my jokes.
Oh.
She just was quiet. Like one word answers. Like,
Was she
this is
cute?
Not going anywhere. She's all right.
Why'd you even go?
Because I was lonely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how long it's been since I was on a date at that point, dude. It was fucking forever. I was just like, oh, finally, someone that I think is pretty cute. I'll go on a date with them because they finally said yes. And I was like, that was a terrible mistake. Never again. Never again, dude. Dating apps are impossible.
I mean, one good advice that I've heard actually in the past year was like, if you can find somebody to go on dates with and you're out of practice, you should still do it.
yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'd
That
rather-
makes sense.
Just
nah.
like test the waters. Find places that you wouldn't normally go to with like friends.
If the first
like
time doesn't work
one-on-one.
out, I'll never do it again. That's why I never learn things.
What?
If I fail at one thing immediately, I never do it again.
Nah, bro. If you give me okay, and I understand that.
Damn.
If it's something fails, like you definitely give up. But in terms of dating, in terms of relationships or just friendships and people, if they give me an ounce of it, I'll always think.
I'll
about
tell you
it.
right now, if my first friend ever had not become my friend, like I went up to him and be like, let's be friends. He said no, I would have never made another friend again.
such
I would
an
have been
idiot.
lonely the rest of my life.
You should be more open minded. See, because this isn't something like you're gonna benefit from it in another way. This is another person that you can like meet and interact with
And learn
and
from.
develop something. Yes, you can learn and develop something with over time.
Yeah, I learned to develop that people are not good at conversation on Tinder dates. That's really what I learned.
So you carry.
Yeah,
It is so easy to have a conversation with somebody.
it's not.
It
It's
is
so hard.
What are you passionate about?
Dude,
Tell me more.
they just lose interest.
The way you said that.
Tell me more.
Tell me more. No, but I mean,
I'm
you're-
doing my
yeah,
part.
when you put it like that, yes, conversations can be easy.
Conversation's so hard for so
But-
many people. You're
Yeah.
lucky because you're good at conversating. It just
You are great at conversation, and that's what I mean. Why I say you have good memory, right? It'll get brought up one little thing, and then you'll be like, "Oh, this is what I have had an experience in this way about this." I can't.
But for
do
me,
that. Yeah,
it's hard to just recall it without that, which is why
okay,
I
okay.
like streaming is hard for me sometimes.
makes
Like
sense. Okay,
sometimes
okay.
I'll be feeling it and be able to talk about anything, but sometimes I'll just be sitting there like,
yeah.
not much going on over here. That's why I like doing impressions. I think I would have a lot more fun if I had RP. Like, I'm gonna
Dude,
try and find an RP
GTA,
server.
bro. Do it.
Thing is, I just really fucking hate the idea of GTA RP. Like, it's just I want to be like an old timey prospector. That's what I want to be.
do Red Dead RP.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
There's Red Dead RP.
Yeah.
Really?
You could just be like the general store owner. I'm the general store owner. Like,
Well, I don't really know too much about them bandits up in the hills, but I
sure,
can tell
I
you,
can clean your musket.
I can tell you what, they're selling jerky for 3 pennies, and if you chew it all the way through, that'll last you for all the winter. It just keeps going.
And you see how that was? You're not even in a Western on-screen setting.
Yeah, I know, but that's just like that's not recalling it. That's just making shit up as a prospector. Like,
Exactly.
that's
So
not
imagine
recalling
if you're
anything.
in the moment and there's people reacting to you and responding to you.
Yeah, I know. I want.
That's why he's so good at D&D.
This is
That's
the
why-
future.
This is the thing, though. Like, do you want to know how this got started? Louis knows this,
What's that?
but I would I still do this, and I'm surprised you or Ray haven't heard it before. But like, when I'm alone, I'll just talk to myself as the characters that are in my head, and I'll just have conversations between them.
I just assume you're streaming.
No,
I didn't think there's no camera on you.
no, I'll just be talking to myself because like the character, I'm just like, oh, he's interesting. I wonder what his voice would sound like, and I'd be like, and you will pay for this, Gavir. And he'd be like, no, I will never suffer the whims of you and your kin. I'm like, you bastard, you've done nothing but plague my people for all your life, and I'll plague you more. And like, it's just in my head that I just see the scenario playing out, and I just have to have their voices come to life. And then I'll just be walking around the house.
That reminded me of that TikTok that you sent me, the fucking, you've made a buffoon out of me.
You betrayed me.
What's the context of it? What did he?
What? Oh fuck! What is it? What mouse walks on two legs? He goes, I don't know. I don't know. And he goes, Mickey Mouse. What duck walks on two legs? And he goes, Donald Duck. No, every duck. Silence.
You betrayed
me.
You are worth nothing. Your fucking giant teeth, like with the fisheye lens, is just like you are old.
I like there's the dude that does like Little Timmy or whatever that has like the really crazy vocabulary or whatever. Nay, mother, I will never suffer the wrath of your awful meticulous ways, you wretched scowling creature of the abyss. And she'll be like, Timmy, you're being a little dramatic. Nay.
I saw this one, like, it was old days of Vine, but it was like this mom going up to this person's room, and I guess he just came from like a school play or something like that, but his door was closed, and all you can hear is Sabaton playing, which is this really, really famous Christian band. It's like,
Sabaton's
from the
so
land
good.
of the grace of God,
Oh, okay.
from the hand of the holy, like just blasting
So
through his
good.
room.
It's
And then
so
his mom
good.
is like, son, I get that religion is important, but I think you're taking it too far. Opens the door. He's in full Spanish conquistador outfit. And then he just turns to the while he's reading the Bible.
Really
Just
good
listening
stuff.
to Sabaton. Dude, so good.
The
The land of the holy.
Okay,
Fantastic
question.
stuff.
Do you use TikTok? Like, do you scroll TikTok?
I scroll YouTube Shorts.
Oh, okay. Because I've always been confused by that. Because I always hear about these shorts, but then you always tell me you don't use TikTok, and I'm like, how does
I scroll YouTube Shorts.
Okay.
But this was Vine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
when I would scroll Vine.
Yeah. Different
This
times.
is-
Rudy Mancuso.
Dude, Vine
Vine
required
guy.
you, dude.
He was in a movie recently. No, he was. Was he in Black Mirror?
I haven't seen the new season yet.
Dude, Vine was
When
like
I'm done with Beef. Wait.
distilled comedy.
Yeah. When I'm done
Vine
with
was
Beef.
crazy. It's like the most distilled form of comedy ever created. You have 5 seconds.
Vine.
Yeah.
It was
It was
6.
fun, though.
6 seconds?
That
It
extra
was
second counts.
awesome to see how creative people could get.
You have exactly this much time.
Road work ahead. Yeah, I sure hope it does.
Like you had to just get every second to count.
Yeah.
And you couldn't do like a long form Vine. It just didn't exist.
And
crazy.
algorithm didn't exist as well as it did.
No, it was just.
It was
You had to pump
luck.
out just the funniest shit
Yeah.
constantly.
Yep. It was more based on like followers rather than like what the people want, like taking your data and all that, what you're into. Yeah, that was tough.
And they consume your data now
But
with a silly
I mean, the
straw.
next step.
Sorry,
is-
he was in The Flash.
Oh, okay.
Vine Star was
Which
in,
one?
The newest Flash.
Which one?
Rudy Mancuso.
What did he look like?
Ooh, I think I know who you mean. Here, I'm gonna look it up. I'll be honest with you.
Oh,
Let me see him, let me see him.
Oh, that's fantastic. Good for him. I love that guy.
Let me see. I'll be honest with you. No, I was not thinking of him, but I know who that is. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's great. I liked his what was it called?
What was his? He had like a catchphrase on Vine.
He had the one where he's like a police officer and he walked over to like some dude in the car and He was just like, "Hey, I need you to hold this." It's like a bottle of liquor. He's like, "Hold this, the gun." He's like,
yeah.
"Man, officer down." He hit his head against the car door.
Knocks
guy
himself
goes,
out.
Or that other vine about a police officer going up to a guy's car. He's like, "You know how fast you were going? Real fast. Hell yeah!" And that's the end of the vine.
Dude, I miss those things, man.
That's
love
what I'm
watching
saying. It was
compilations.
fucking
Yeah, it's
awesome.
like 5
Yeah.
seconds of the most distilled comedy
Just
you could
like
possibly hope for.
straight to the
They're
hook.
all iconic because they're just so fast, just instant. TikTok is basically the same thing, but now it's like you get longer stuff. So
More room for creativity.
yeah,
Ooh.
sure. If you wanted the true dopamine shots, it's all Vine, baby,
Yeah.
all the way down.
I'm glad that TikTok and like shorts and stuff like have licks of old, like how it was, like how old Vine was.
It's also cool that TikTok has like an educational side too. That's also pretty helpful.
Yeah,
You know what you can do instead of going into YouTube?
people
or
no Google,
you
dude.
you
People
can
search
literally-
more
yeah.
on TikTok now,
Yeah,
like than Google.
yeah, and you have like 1 minute, like to get all the info that you need.
Crazy.
I'm not handy around the house by any means, but I will look up.
But yeah, it's probably a lot of bad info on TikTok.
Oh, 100%. Like those. What I hate the most.
But it's so
is
much.
the crazy crafts. You ever see those fucking things?
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
of
course.
course.
But
Oh
it's
my
so much
God,
easier
it's
to
so
click
bad.
on a video of somebody demonstrating it rather than like 10 bullet points of listing things
yeah, of course.
like in text.
Well, I
so.
mean, like even Google, like if you go through videos on YouTube or whatever, like they'll be like, "Hi, welcome to my channel. This is what we're
Yeah.
going to be doing today. I hope that you are ready for this." And it's just like,
Yeah, if I don't like your voice,
yeah, no,
I
stop.
skip the video.
Yeah, 100%. I will say though, shout out to the like 12 view Indian dudes teaching you math on YouTube
Yeah.
for the
Oh,
most
yeah.
obscure thing you've
Oh,
ever
yeah.
heard with the exact same song playing in the background. And no voice whatsoever, just showing you the most niche thing you have been struggling with. They're the real ones. They are the realest ones out there. They just found a problem and just like, the world must know.
All right.
And they just send it into YouTube.
All right. Last with all the talk about social media right now. Out of all the platforms, what would you have of all of a sudden, what would you gain 10,000 followers on right now?
Threads,
Threads? Why?
because it's fucking dope.
Because it's a new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Nah, I'd go with probably YouTube. I'd
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
I mean, if I'm being honest, like YouTube for sure.
I would probably go with Twitter. Because hear me out. YouTube, it's like, yeah, assuming those followers are like active people that like you post something that it'll show up on their algorithm, they'll willingly click it.
Sure.
10,000 views on YouTube, YouTube is so big that's like nothing versus like Twitter.
If you get 10,000, like
It
actually,
can,
yeah.
1,000 likes on Twitter on its own is like a good amount. But once you get past that, then your account actually gets recommended to others. I feel versus how
Fair
big
enough.
like YouTube is, and Twitter is like great for announcing things and advertising stuff. Versus YouTube it's all video.
True.
Like if you want to get people involved in a project that you're making for YouTube, you'd use Twitter. So that's what I say.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I understand that.
And assuming Threads does just as much, yeah, I would be on that platform, yeah. Yeah. And speaking of other social medias, we should have said this at the beginning of the episode. I might make a separate recording for this video, but we now have a Patreon. I know
Please
we
go.
brought it up in another episode, but now we are 100% launching the Patreon, or we are in the process of uploading to the Patreon every week. What we're going to do is that we're going to upload 30 minutes extra content that is not available anywhere else, and we're going to upload it there specifically for the members that want to subscribe. We might add more tiers and other options if you want to support us more, but for now we only have the tier 1, which is $5 a month, and if you want to pay that, then you'll get access to new content that's not available anywhere else. And yeah, it is patreon.com/phishtank podcast, so make sure you check that out. Maybe even just look at it. You might get enticed because there are video previews of the stuff that we do have uploaded there. And in general, this podcast, it's a lot of setup. We want to make it better. We have a lot of technical issues nowadays just because of our small cast and
no
like
goddamn sense
tech
half the
equipment. So if you do want to support us, it goes very far. You have
It
no
really,
idea.
really does.
We would be super grateful for it. So please do join the Patreon if you are able to. And yeah, next time we see you guys, it'll be a long time from now. We pre-recorded a lot of episodes because of my New York trip. So yeah.
We'll see you in like roughly a month.
Yes. Well, next week, but
Yeah.
our next recording will be in a month. But yes, we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody.
Have fun. Be safe.
Goodbye.
Etc.